One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On second down, McCaffrey. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. This is McCaffrey on the give. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 85 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. Second down at 5. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 23. They've got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James Witt. You've got a